Hello? Hello? I like it, it's cool, don't get me wrong, but I feel a little bit uneasy, should we say. So this is soon to be a forgotten street in Liverpool. Right, so today's video, I am just on the edge of Liverpool city centre, Chinatown to be exact. Now, back in around about, let me think, 2014, 15 maybe, there was quite a lot of tenement blocks which were demolished on Great George Street. There was going to be some sort of big project there on the go, like, and I mean, apartments, there was houses, there was a lot going to get built. However, the company fell into administration, and ever since then, the land has been pretty much left just derelict. All kinds of people go in there. Drug users, I believe there's homeless people in there, kids mess around there, there's fires set, there's fly tipping. Apparently it's an absolute bloody nightmare, so some of the residents have said in an article. So you know what, I seen it on Google Maps and it looks quite interesting. It looks like they actually started something and they just left it. So I thought, you know what, I'll have a little look around, see if I can get in, and hopefully we can get some nice content today. So come join me as we go and see the failed Great George Street project. Right, so we start our journey on Great George Street. Now take a look at the wedding house there. I'm going to put a photo up right now of what it should look like, or what the vision was. Right, so the Great George Street project, which included plans to build 76.4 thousand square feet of office space and 631 homes. More than 40,000 square feet of restaurant space was also earmarked for the project, which covered 7 buildings ranging in height from 2 to 18 stories in Liverpool's Chinatown area. So just at the side of the wedding house is the start of today's adventure. Now this street still appears on Google Maps as Upper Frederickson Street, I think, or Upper Frederick Street or something like that. There's nothing really to see in there. All the money shots for this adventure are in the next site, but how cool is that though? That's quite cool. So as you take a walk along Great Georgie, you are blessed by all this wooden hoarding, and it just basically covers a derelict site. Apparently the council have took it over, or want to take it over and do something with it, but as you can see, just this little stretch is it's a bit of an eyesore. Right, so on we go through the middle. Now this little pathway has been here since the tenement blocks were in use, and it still remains to this day. There's a little bit of a cut through. Can see some dereliction already, so there's nothing really to see in that one because it's separated by this little alleyway. As we come down here, see a little bit of dereliction there, fly tipping as per. And we're blessed by this. So we've got the beautiful architecture of that, and then we're met by that. Let's take a walk down here. Right, so Upper Pitt Street is the first row that's still laid derelict. So there's quite a lot around the area that has been actually revamped, but this has just been left. And I don't think we're going to be able to get in. All items of value have been removed from the property. There's the entrance to one of them there. 29B, 31A and B. Light tipping as well. Take a right up Cookson Street. So what I've read from an article is that the people around this area are slightly peed off because all they can hear day and night is cars pulling up and basically just fly tipping. So it goes on all hours of the morning. So I did do a quick check on Google Maps as well. Last year it was all this was down. So I don't think we're going to get in here. However, I've just found a little way in. There's quite a few ways in, to be fair, like. Right, top of Cookson Street. See some fly tipping there. We're going to be taking a right up onto, well, back onto Great George Street, to be honest with you, because down there is the start of Chinatown. See evidence there of quite a lot of fly tipping. Right, so I've just come back up onto Great George Street just to show you the other side of these boards and how open this place is. I didn't realise how sort of open it was until I walked up here just then, but yeah, all the flower beds as well, if you want to call them flower beds, whatever they were back in the day, still in situ. I don't think the council tend to this anymore. So, but yeah, look, there's one way in if you want to crawl in there. A large big gap there if you want to go in there. Right, so just as you're approaching Chinatown, there's a couple of derelict shops. What street's this? I don't know. We're going to be going in here anyway. Nice little gap for Georgie to get in. First he met with a car bumper. It's interesting, what's that? Ooh, I don't know. Possibly a sewing machine. Some of the original bollards as well, still in situ, with the Liverpool City Council logo on. Make our way through this. You'll see the original pavement as well, all still in situ. It stinks. It just stinks of shit. It's almost like there's a path being carved out. So I think this here, I think this was like they did start something, because it looks like the foundations or the footings for apartment blocks maybe, I don't know. See there? So we're going to take a closer look at that in a minute. I'm just going to negotiate all this. Someone's tent here. Tent. Oh, there's people living here. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Seems to be there's people living here. Anyone in? Hello? So it does appear that people are living in here, which I kind of gathered anyway. Looks like they're either out or they're no longer living here. So let's crack on. Now this is what caught my eye on Google Maps, is this. It's like they put some foundations in. Some fly tip in there. Yeah, there's a little path being carved here as well. So hopefully, oh yeah, what's this down here? Oh. Oh, this looks interesting. Very interesting. Oh wow, look at this. Wow. Who would have thought all this was here, behind those boards? So this is what I've seen on Google Earth. Wow. I didn't realise it was like this. What's that? Looks like possibly a lift shaft. What's that? Wow. Goes on. Hello. Wowza. I have not got my torch. However, shall I go and get it? That is nuts. Look at it. I think that dark space went right along the side just there. I'm guessing anyway. I like it, it's cool, don't get me wrong, but I feel a little bit uneasy, should we say. Who would have thought this was here? A tyre swing as well. I don't see any evidence of homelessness down here, but wow. What's that? Another dark void. Well, that's where I've just looked down, I think. Well, well, well. All the years I've drove past this since it all got knocked down, and I never knew all of this was here. Oh, clearly does get quite a lot of use. Right, I don't think there's much else to see really, other than the set of tenements over there, which are all disused and boarded up. But we're going to take a look down here anyway. Something in there, turnstile, which tells me that it was once a construction site. And again, there's a path going down here which leads to possibly more people living here. But this is creepy. Wow. More fly tipping. The place is a bloody mess. Yeah, sleeping bags. What's this here? Looks like someone's had something robbed as well. Yeah, there's evidence of all bags and whatnot getting robbed and probably dumped down here. Or rough sleepers. And this just leads round to, I'm guessing, maybe a bit of a no, nothing there. Right, so one thing I want to show you is where I'm standing now is and was, and it's still on Google Maps, and this is called Raffles Street. So this is soon to be a forgotten street in Liverpool once these become all, you know, modernised and all that. So we see if we can get in these tenements. No, that's well blocked off. Look at it though. All the street lights as well, still in situ. Let's take a walk down here to the bottom of Raffles Street, or the start of Raffles Street. Some fly tipping going on there. So the images I've seen on Google out of all this pulled down was only last year. No. That is too overgrown. And in all honesty, you cannot get in anyway, so we'll leave that one. At least they've got air freshener. And they support Liverpool. Some poles there as well. Original bollards. Take a quick picture there, just check no one's actually died in there. Whew, that stinks. That bloody stinks. Whew. Right, I think it's time I wasn't here. Right, so on top of this, it looks like, yeah, this was not here when the tenements got knocked down. So this was put up just after they'd all flattened. So whatever it was, looked rather big. I'm guessing they look like lift shafts maybe, I don't know. It's hard to tell on the early stages of construction, it's hard to kind of tell what's what. But possibility, I don't know. I knew there was something underground because Google Earth, when you put it in 3D, it does go quite detailed. Some steps there as well. So this is the other end of it now. Just a little bit flooded. Very interesting. See them ones on the right there? Were them originally. So these ones have been saved. And these ones could possibly still be saved. But I don't think so. I think they might fall into demolition. So just at the back of the tenements, Upper Frederick Street, which you've seen before, continues right through them new builds you can see up there. And the cool little thing about these is, so you've got the back of the tenements which are there, and you've got these little cozy little alcoves here, 4 houses in each. Right, so that was a look at the failed Great George Street project just at the edge of Chinatown. So if you've ever gone past these boardings for the last 10 years or so and wondered what's behind, well, that is what's behind. And on that note, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next adventure.